All right, Dexter's back. There's Dexter New Blood, a new season of Dexter. What is an intro of a new video without some triple speak going on? Now, a couple things right out the gate. I'm gonna get spoilerish. You know, I get spoilerish when I talk about episodes of shows. And so here we are. Take heart knowing it's just spoilers for the first episode. So it's not like I'm going too deep, because I can't. But I will get spoilerish for the show, the series Dexter before this new season of Dexter also. So, you know, just know that. I'm actually filming this after I'm editing, because I just realized, like, I just jumped into talking about this without actually telling you what the show Dexter was even about. I just kind of assumed, like, obviously you know Dexter, but if you were 6 when Dexter wrapped, you're 16 and driving now, so I shouldn't assume that you know what the show Dexter was. In short, the show Dexter was about a guy named Dexter Morgan, who was a blood spatter expert for Miami Metro PD, but also he was a serial killer. But the code taught to him by his adoptive father, who also was a cop, was you only kill people who are murderers, who slip through the cracks, who, you know, kill shitbags, don't kill innocent people. And now we revisit Dexter 10 years later. All right, now you know. So if you don't remember, Dexter was, in my opinion, one of the best shows airing, like in its peak, in its prime, otherwise known as the first 4 seasons of Dexter. Like, I own the first 4 seasons of Dexter on Blu-ray, and I own none of the others. Because to me, that is the series. I think it's a fine ending, you know? Bloody bathtub and babies sitting there. It's like, yeah, there you go, Dexter. It's what your dark passenger brought in life. The end. It's a fine enough ending, better than the ending we actually got for the show Dexter. It's kind of like how Avengers Infinity War, I think, is also a fine ending. Snap! Poof, half of everyone's vaporized. There you go, heroes. That's why you don't try. Don't try to help. Go play with your toys. Bad guys win. But regardless of what my dark passenger may or may not have wanted for the show, we have a new season of Dexter by showrunner Clyde Phillips. If you didn't know, Clyde Phillips was the showrunner for the first 4 seasons of Dexter. When he left, you completely felt it. But now showrunner Clyde Phillips and Michael C. Hall have joined forces to bring a new season of the show Dexter, which Dexter is in the place. We saw him at the end of Dexter Season A in the series finale of Dexter. Canonically, they kept it. It's not like they wiped away the final season, like, oh, fans didn't like it, okay, it didn't happen. Also, Deborah's dead, which was dumb. But this time around, she's the Harry character, you know, instead of Harry Morgan, instead of James Remar being there to talk to Dexter in his imagination, it's Deb. Deborah's there to talk in Dexter's ear, making sure he has his routine down. Just like, dude, just keep your head down. Don't get involved in any of the drama. Just get through the day. Now, the premiere of Dexter New Blood had a job to do, and I felt it did it really well, which was get you reacquainted with Dexter Morgan. This premiere was described to me by a buddy, I think very aptly. He said it was like seeing an old friend you haven't seen in a long time. So in that, you have to reacquaint people with Dexter, illustrate that he's in a different place in his life. But, I mean, come on, why are we clocking in? We want to see him kill a person, right? I don't know. I do. And I felt they did it really well, too. It's a very somber tone, not just because of the surrounding area and the fact that everything's very cold, very small town. Everyone knows him. His name is Jim Lindsay. It's the alias he's going under, which undoubtedly is a tip, a nod, you know, tip of the hat to Jeff Lindsay, who writes the Dexter books. But it's not just the location that feels different, it makes it very somber. It's the fact that it hit me early-ish. I was like, why does this feel, oh, there's no dark passenger? When people are talking to him and he has that long pause, it's not filled with this dark passenger, this inner monologue that the audience can hear where he makes a snarky comment that just kind of cracks you up. But it's still filmed the same. It's filmed in a way where it's like there was supposed to be a dark passenger monologue filling it up, but it's just filled with silence. It makes it very noticeable that he's missing something in his life, and it makes it very apparent that the life he's living, this is like camouflage on top of camouflage. Now, the dark passenger awakens, of course, because in this town in the middle of nowhere, I guess a bunch of rich people come in to, you know, hunt, ski, ice fish, you know, whatever rich people do. And of course, you know, there's got to be some douche elements that Dexter needs to take out because they get high and drunk and kill really majestic creatures that Dexter has learned to love and be responsible for deaths and hide it. And of course, that's Dexter's like, that's my thing. Set up the kill room and all right, we're gonna take this guy out now. When the dark passenger's awake and you hear that whole like, it's been a while. That's when I was like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while, man. How you been? How's life? Now, the biggest part of this whole thing is that he gets visited by this young dude who is Harrison. He's Harrison Morgan, his son. But we don't know why he's here, and we don't know what that's going to bring to Dexter's life, what complications, because he's got this really nice, really sweet, really pretty girlfriend. I mean, he's going to be like, by the way, surprise. I'm a dad of a teenager. You didn't know that, did you? I mean, he can't, right? That would just lead her. She's a cop. That would lead her down the path of like, okay, where's this guy come from? So you have a couple things that work now. The dark passenger's awakened. There's a douche element in here that Dexter's gonna kill. It's how many people is he gonna kill though? Like, did he just hit the jackpot of like, yeah, in this small town, there's as many people to kill per season as there was in Miami? Man, I mean, that's a lucky stroke for him. Not saying people don't get lucky. There are people out there that invested in Bitcoin when Bitcoin was $1. Some people just get lucky. But you also have Harrison back, and why is he back? Is Harrison just trying to connect with his father? Or is Harrison like, oh, by the way, I have serial killer tendencies, and can you help me out with that? If that's the case, is Dexter going to help him in the way Harry helped him, which is like, okay, here's how you kill people and get away with it, but live by the code, kill shitty people, and the world's not going to shed a tear? Or is Dexter going to be like, nah, being a killer objectively didn't lead to a good life for me. Good people died. Now I'm cold all the time. So let's try to overcome that and find a routine that gets us past these serial killer tendencies, since the pilot episode showed that Dexter could do that. Now he can teach Harrison. There are 100 questions I'm asking myself, but the best thing is I'm asking those questions. I'm interested enough, engaged enough to ask those questions. Worst case scenario would be I see the pilot episode of Dexter New Blood and I'm like, don't care. But that's not where I am. I'm excited to see where showrunner Clyde Phillips and Michael C. Hall bring Dexter's conclusion. Something that I didn't get to see before, unless you count Dexter's conclusion being Rita laying in a bloody bathtub, which I have been doing for the past 10 years. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do weekly videos on Dexter New Blood. I don't know. I make no promises. We'll see. I don't plan that far ahead. That's a few days from now. Happiness is here in the present. All right, so the season premiere of Dexter New Blood is on Showtime right now. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more. It's like a... just hit my light. Calm the arms down, Jeremy. Here, behind my back. How about that? It's really hard for me to talk with. I don't even have my thoughts in order. I can't do that. Well, now we know. I need the hands to even get thoughts in order. It is me.